It's time for the livest interactive sports talk show in Ohio. This is Down to the Wire 513.
Oh, fly me brand.
Hold on. We gotta redo that. We
I'm like, hold up, what's going on? This shit working?
we gotta redo that one. Now we live, but we gotta restart this intro. Hold on. I don't know why my computer just froze on me like that.
I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Yeah, it froze on shit too.
Yeah, no,
I don't
even hear it right now. Hold on.
Nah, I still got two people on there too. I probably one of them though. I was like, hold up, what the fuck?
Yeah, my computer just crashed on me. Goddamn.
I know it was going kind of something like maybe it's my computer tripping. I was like, hold up.
Goddamn.
I was like, hold up, what the hell?
This computer tripping.
I see the thing on the bottom still going on. Like, all right, we still good then. I'm like, hold up, music stop. What the fuck?
God damn, hold on. We gotta get this shit right. Hold on. Let me upload this file, man. We got to get this right for the people. Man. Hold on.
The livest interactive sports talk show in Ohio. This is Down to the Wire 513.
Oh, fly me brand.
God damn. Yo.
Hey, man.
Hey,
what's good, y'all? Technical difficulties, y'all.
Nah, hey, shit. This is Sports and Spirits Fridays. Intro is obviously been having too much spirits right about
that. Intro lit right now, man. Literally, the intro is lit. Intro is lit.
I don't know what the fuck happened right now, but y'all know what it is, man. That's the Wire 513 Sports and Spirits Fridays. Had to hop on, man, and discuss this crazy, this wild NBA.
Man, it's going up right now. We got Jacob in the building early. Jacob, what up? What's
going on? What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's going down early, man. I think we lost T, y'all. We gonna stay on. We lost T for a minute. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but he back in here. Hold up.
Yeah, but hey,
I'm like, stop. We lost T, y'all. Hold on, he back. He back, y'all. Yeah, but nah, man, it's been going down. I almost said trade deadline. I feel like a trade deadline. That's what it feels like. But it's NBA free agency. Before anything even started, technically, KD came out, requested trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Shell shocked the NBA world. Well, I don't want to say it shocked a lot of people. I think timing shocked a lot of people, I think. Timing definitely shocked a lot of people, but there are rumblings out there before that, hey, depending on how this stuff go with Kyrie, he might be on the out. So he requested a trade. Top targets for him are the Phoenix Suns. Well, this is what he said. What's supposed to be reported. Top picks for him is Phoenix Suns, Miami Heat. I think he had, I don't know other teams he had on the list, but those are two of the top teams he had on this list. Those are two teams that he's been targeting, or he's been linked to at least. So I've been targeted. So, man,
this wild. There. This wild, man. Well, one, KD has a no trade clause. He doesn't have a no trade clause in his contract, so he's kind of
no say.
He's kind of fucked there. So I mean, you can say
zero say where he goes.
You can say all you want. I want to go to these teams, but at the end of the day, Brooklyn doesn't have to do what you want. And also, this does kind of give me Kobe 2007 vibes. Remember that summer when he came, when we all know Kobe went on LA radio and said he wanted out of LA.
Yeah.
Before eventually coming back and
publicly demanded a trade. It was public. No agent.
before social media and all that, like public radio, like everybody picked that up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But if I'm Brooklyn, man, obviously I listen to offers, but I'm not feeling pressed to move on from KD if I'm Brooklyn. Like, you signed a deal, you here with us, you have no, like, if we don't feel like we have a good deal in place for our need, then fuck it, you're here with us. You got to stay another year.
Yeah, he has 4 years. No play. There's no options on his deal either. So he has no team option for the last year, no player option. So he has legit 4 years left. Check out, what's up, man? We said what's up like 5 times. What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? But yeah. So he has no player options, no trade, no team options in his contract. So that's why it's, if they do just have to move him, it's going to be a crazy haul they're going to get for him. We saw recently DeJounte Murray. We talked about on the pod Wednesday, got traded for 3 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we're going to talk about it a little later. Rudy Gobert got traded for, I think it was like 4 or 5 picks. Or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a historic haul if KD does indeed get moved. It's also other tricky situations going on though with this whole KD trade request shit. Ben Simmons is on a rookie extension deal, so teams the Nets can't get certain players back that are on that same contract that Ben Simmons has. So it's like Devin Booker, what's some other names? Bam, Adebayo, several players that are on their first rookie extension, so they can't be traded to a team with another player on that same deal. So exile a lot of the good young players that they were looking at, to get back in a KD trade. So it's very, very slim pickings out there. It's not a lot of teams that have a lot of picks out there either. So experts are saying it's going to be like a 3 or 4 team trade, which is going to get really messy and gets really hard to make that happen.
Yeah, I seen a few on IG did some. I think SportsCenter's IG had like a few trade scenarios for where it involved multiple teams. What do you think? What do you think of the whole thing? It says KD and Kyrie want to play together, but just not in Brooklyn. Like, what? Like, that makes 0 sense to me.
That makes 0 sense to me, man. Like, if anything, if that was the feeling behind it, why not just play in Brooklyn? They have, if they come back fully healthy, with Joe Ingles being healthy, Ben Simmons being healthy, and Kyrie actually playing, they have one of the best rosters in the league. And you got Seth Curry, you got Nick Claxton, one of the best switch off bigs in the league. Just locked him up to a 2-year, $20 million deal. It's a great deal for him. So I mean, if that's really the case, if these guys really want to play together, why not just come back and do it in Brooklyn? At least, have like have the last dance, come back and do it, do it, try to do it big, but I think KD's thing is like, all right, they just pissed Kyrie off. If I make that risk and come back here and play next year and he ends up walking, we lose him for nothing, and I'm still stuck here. Now at that point, he can easily request a trade though, next summer as well. So I'm not sure what the whole thing about them not wanting to play together in Brooklyn is anymore. It definitely was mismanaged, but it's their fault. It's the reason why it was mismanaged.
I'm with you. Like, come back, give it one, like, give it a good year's try. You, Kyrie, Ben Simmons, give it one good year. If it works, hey, great. Everything works out. If it doesn't, oh well. Brooklyn can blow it up. And obviously, it'll probably be easier to trade you 1 year from now than it is right now.
Facts for I won't say for both parties, but for KD for sure. Now for Brooklyn, what you risk in that scenario is losing Kyrie for nothing.
Yeah,
so his value is low, but you still get something for him now. So,
but like you said, barring injury though, like if those 3 are healthy, like I have a really good shot of winning the championship, which ultimately is what teams want to do. I would obviously you would hate to lose a star caliber player like Kyrie for nothing, but if I got a good shot to win a championship, I would take that risk.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at Toronto. You think they're happy with their first they took with getting Kawhi? I think they're satisfied with that shit.
Exactly.
You
Perfect.
know, he left, but since he left, he did shit, and they got still got a ring to show for it. So I think they're good. Same thing with the Lakers. We gave up all of our future for AD. I know we're big Laker fans. We're not happy with AD right now, but hey, I wouldn't go back and do that any other way. Honestly, we got a ring out of it. And to be honest, if we kept Bi, Zoe, the young core together, we don't get a ring.
Mm-hmm.
But by now, at least we don't have a ring, and I can guarantee that for sure. We don't have a ring. So, hey, we got to go roll the punches. Brooklyn took a swing at it. You have to make these. You have to take these chances. If you're franchises out there, especially if you're big city franchises out there trying to, and if you're like Brooklyn, they're looked at as a little brother in New York, kind of like Clippers are in LA. So you have to take big chances. I mean, you have to take big swings. I don't blame them for making this, for making that trade to or sign a trade and to get KD, and then committing the whole franchise to Kyrie and KD. I do criticize the way they did it and the way they gave them control of the whole whole operation. It seems like, and it just like I saw it. Like I think I spoke on the pod after the season. The first press conference, Kyrie, oh yeah, I see myself being here with Kevin and Joe Tsai and Sean or whatever the GM's name is, and being a part of the team that develops this franchise. Like, bro, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Like no, dog. Like no. First off, you was barely even here this year. Like no, man. So I knew from that point on it was like ownership had to put their foot down. So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets for taking back control of their franchise. I'm all for player control and player empowerment, but these guys took that shit to a whole different level, man. So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets for taking back control of your franchise, bro. If it means losing KD and Kyrie, oh the fuck well.
Like going back to your point about giving this a whole shot, and like even if it doesn't work out, even if you said it on the pod, I know you said it on this past Wednesday. Even if you had to move from Kyrie and KD, you can still be in a good position with Ben Simmons if you surround him with shooters. Yeah, as long as you put the right pieces around Ben Simmons, you can still be. You won't be a championship contender team, but you'll be a formidable opponent, and so you got something you can build on towards the future.
Yeah, especially with Ben Simmons being the anchor he is defensively. You're gonna have especially if that's gonna be your best player, you're gonna have him being the best defensive player on the team. It's gonna have automatic buy-in from other players on the team to actually play defense. So I think I would, if I were them, I would go ahead and just make the move to just try to get stars back for KD. I know it's gonna be tough because he don't really want to go nowhere that they're probably gonna have the best deals for him, but that's what you got to take, man. And I know people out there are saying, I know Landon said this. Shout out Landon, fan of the show, man, friend of the show. He said if they don't trade KD where he wants to go, that they kind of lose kind of like credibility for future free agents and shit like that. At this point, man, fuck with the other. I don't think that's true. First off, because other free agents saw the leverage they gave KD and Kyrie when they came in here. They saw that they gave these guys basically full control of the franchise. Like they saw how that shit went down. And honestly, it's a business. It's a business. So hey, at the end of the day, if we send him somewhere he doesn't want to go, but it's the best thing to do for our team, why would other free agents think that against the Nets for doing that? Like if you're on the team, let's be honest, there are many Kevin Durant's out here. So if you're not Kevin Durant, how would you feel if you're on the Nets right now? If you're a role player on the Nets, like damn, what's gonna be? I don't know what's gonna happen next year. I want my team to go out and do the best thing for my team, not for that player, my team.
Perfect example that immediately came to my head. You go back to Toronto. DeRozan was beloved by Toronto, but they did what's best for them. They didn't look out for the player. They went out, traded him, all-time franchise player in Toronto for Kawhi. Turned out to got a ring. That's what you could do. That you could do that. You could do that with any team. That's like you said. It's a business at the end of the day. Players take it personal. I mean, oh well, but as long as it works out for that team, then the team's like, hey, we did what we had to do. So
yeah. Now in that case, they did lie to the guy. So try not to lie to the people. Try to be as
upfront
as possible. Like, hey, I don't know if you want to get traded or not. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to trade you, but if I got to do it, I can't refuse. I have to make that happen. I can't hold on to you if I get a chance to get a player that's going to be that cornerstone piece to get us over the top. You know.
Exactly. I did find the I just read it off. Some of the trades that ESPN put out there for KD and Kyrie, if it were to happen. This is between the Nets, Suns, Spurs, and Lakers.
We.
So the Nets would get DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Josh Richardson, a 2023 first round pick, a 25 first round pick, and a 2027 first round pick. The Suns would get KD, the Lakers would get Kyrie, and the Spurs would get Westbrook and the Lakers 2027, 2029 draft pick.
Wow. Now that's not actually a bad deal for no team involved, actually, but damn, that's actually not a bad trade. That's crazy, but I don't think San Antonio pulls that trigger.
Here's two more, and then y'all go to ESPN on NBA on ESPN.com to see the rest of them. But there's two more. I don't think these likely to happen. This is one KD's would join Zion in New Orleans. Obviously, the Pelicans get KD. The Nets would get BI, Larry Nance Jr. and 4 first round picks. And then the last one, KD going to the Nuggets. The Nuggets would get KD and Derek Favors. The Nets would get Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, 3 first round picks. Oh, and it's involved OKC. Cool. And the Thunder would get Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they would have to get rid of Ben Simmons to get Michael Porter Jr.
You're right, yeah, because they pretty much.
Man, this is why I come to if you the Nets, it depends on what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're looking for the highest ceiling, that never deal is not a bad deal. You get Michael Porter Jr., but that's the biggest question mark. Like, is he going to be healthy?
Is he healthy?
Same thing with Ben Simmons, though. If any other deals are going to require Ben Simmons to be a major piece in your future. You know, if you get BI is going to be the better player. I think BI is a better player than Ben Simmons overall. I would give it the edge to BI. Personally, I'm a little biased. But I don't know, man. That's tough. That Laker trade is great, but I don't think the Spurs pull that trigger. Westbrook, Spurs ain't about that.
I don't know. Because you Spurs, obviously you're not winning nothing anytime soon. And if what DeJounte Murray said, because he said in his press conference, he said the Spurs didn't want to see him waste his prime years, so they helped him. But now granted, it was to the opposite conference. They're going to trade within the conference to a team they had to play multiple times a year. But for all the trades I just read, and even the last one, that's the best. Like I said, that's the best case scenario for all teams involved, all parties involved.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna have to probably be like at least a 3-team trade just for the Nets to feel like they got the compensation that they want to get for KD, because it's no team out there that has a combination of picks and players, except for Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors have a great package they can get together as far as young picks. Not young picks, I'm sorry, young players, possible picks, you know. But yeah.
Before we get to the massive Rudy Gobert deal, just some big names that signed some huge contracts this offseason so far. Zach LaVine is re-up with Chicago, 5 years, $215 million.
Sheesh. I had a money cha-ching thing on here for all these numbers. Go ahead. My bad.
Brad Beal, 5 years, $251. These are just free agents right now. I didn't get the guys who just signed extensions on here. You just some guys that signed some extensions. Brunson to the Knicks for 4 years, $104.
Man.
Anthony Simons, staying in Portland, 4 years, $100 million.
4 years, 100. That's a great deal.
The defending champs got some reinsurance, some insurance. I thought Kevin Looney was gonna go elsewhere to get money. He said, "Hey, I'm staying here."
He resigned.
Yeah, 3 years, $25 million.
Dang! Shout out Kevin Looney.
Great insurance for just in case the Wiseman thing doesn't work out this year.
Yeah. He probably
Sure.
comfortable, happy. You know what I'm saying?
Just some other note. PJ Tucker signed with Philly. Gary Payton II, they did lose him. He's up in Portland now.
Shout out Gary Payton, GB2 man, and shout out Daniel House got signed to Philly as well. Daryl Morey making the Philly Rockets, man.
Hey,
Philly Rockets, man. Philly Rockets.
I think he found a good deal for Mr. Harden.
Yeah. He opted out to take less money, man. Shout out James Harden for taking less money.
Hey, yep.
Hey, people don't give enough credit for that, man. And I know we got some big extensions as well. You got those right there too. I know we got Book.
Let me see if I pull these up.
What did he get? It goes like a 5-year, 214, some shit like that.
Devin Booker, he got what's his extension? 4-year, 224.
Sheesh. Now at that number, man, I love Book. I'm a huge Book fan, but to get these numbers that like Book, Brad Beal, I think at these numbers, these guys are going to have to be like a top like 5 to 7 player in the league. Because at that point, when you get to the middle of your contract, you're gonna have to be the best player in your team. Because you're gonna have to. There's not gonna be much else money on the cap to fill the roster out. So
Jokic 5 years, 264.
that's well deserved. Back MVP. That's the richest contract in NBA history as well.
It's crazy. Ja, 5 years, 231.
Sheesh, shout out Ja. Hey.
And then Cat got 5 for 214.
214. Yeah, shout out Cat. Zion's in the talks for the same deal. I think Ja got, right? He's in the talks. Zion. He's in the talks for that 4.
Oh yeah, Zion
231 or some shit too.
Yeah, Zion got 231. Yep.
Yeah, he's in the talks for that. Now they're going to be heavy restrictions. We talked about this already. They're going to be heavy, guidelines in this contract. Targets he has to hit, which has to be. Now when he's healthy, man, he's the only player in NBA history. I know this. Only player in NBA history to average 25 points a game on 60% shooting or better in NBA history. Only player. Now he's only played 85 games, so it's not a lot of sample size and a large sample size to go off of. But
I guarantee most of his points are around the rim too.
You said what?
I guarantee most of his points is coming from around the rim.
Oh yeah, most of the points are in the paint. So hey, I hope he can stay healthy. He has a lot to prove. He has a lot to prove. This is kind of like I think it's kind of like Joel Embiid's first big deal when he had all those goals he had to meet and shit he had to do, requirements in the deal to kind of not make them feel like it was too much of a risk for them.
Facts.
Yeah, cousin now. What up, cuz?
What's going on, cuz? What's going on, cuz?
Hey man, the Hawks making some moves, cuz.
Oh yeah. He was on
making some moves.
He was on cuz part of a podcast now too.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I checked him out.
What's it called?
I checked him out. Let me. I gotta get the name. Hold on. Because I was tapped in with him last night. They talk everything Atlanta sports. It's called Atlanta Falcons Nation.
Hey, Atlanta Falcons Nation. Let's go, cuz. Hey, if you listen to this now, I mean, we got people watching live right now. But if you listen to this after we get off live, man, make sure y'all tap in. What's it called? Atlanta Falcons Nation. He just put it in here, y'all. Make sure you tap in. If you're watching, you can look on the screen right now. It's on the screen. Atlanta Falcons Nation. You know what I'm saying? That's cuz Jason Johnson right there. That's cuz, man. So y'all check him out. He's a friend of the show, family of the show, literally family of the show. So make sure y'all tap into that podcast, man. Check them out. Show them some love. Tell them we sent you.
Every Thursday at 8 and every Sunday at noon.
See, so then you can watch both of our podcasts, not even conflict each other, man. So make sure y'all tap in. Tell them we sent y'all. He put it on here. 8 p.m. Thursday night, 12 p.m. on Sundays. Man, we're talking about doing football season, cuz. That's actually perfect timing. 12 p.m. right before the game. Come on, you can listen to y'all pregame with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then go right to the football Sunday. So I'm with it.
I think they might switch it up during football season.
I'm with that though, man. Fuck them NFL pre-shows. I want to watch y'all, bro. Fuck them NFL pre-shows. I want to see y'all.
Man, let's talk about this Rudy Gobert deal, man. What was
Hey,
Minnesota? What is Minnesota doing?
this is a move you make when you think you are right on the tip of a pause, right on the brink of a championship. Excuse me, right on the brink of a championship. This is one of those moves you make when you think you're right there. Now I don't know if they thought that. If they thought that, I mean, let's go back to the season. They were their first round exit. First round exit.
First round exit, yep.
They were eighth seed. Played the Memphis Grizzlies. First round exit was it 5 games? 6 games. 5 games, right?
Six. It was
Six.
six.
6 games. Rudy Gobert is locked into his deal for what, 4 more years? I think he has 4 years, like $200-something million left on the deal, which is fucking crazy for Rudy Gobert.
If y'all didn't know, here's the trade details. The Timberwolves obviously get Rudy Gobert. The Jazz get Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, which I feel bad for. You've been crying all in Minnesota, and
ESPN talking all that shit.
they get rid of your ass. Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, Leandro Bolmaro, and 5 first round picks.
I'm trying to pull this up on the screen so we can kind of share the screen and see. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good picture. Let me get back on the screen. On the screen, yard. Hold up, y'all. Technical difficulty. We're gonna figure out how to share this shit. Boom. I think that's first off. Before we even share the screen, it's way too much. First off, way too much.
Way too much. And we talked about it all. We talked about it all fair. Like what is Rudy Gobert gonna be doing? Like offensively, especially in the playoffs, like nothing. He's just gonna be sitting there clogging the paint.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if you see the screen, we get it bigger up there. See how we get it bigger. Maybe not. So yeah, man, Rudy Gobert, and this is a lot. Look at this, bro. Look at the line there. Look at the line items. This is crazy.
2023 first round, 2025 first round pick, a 2026 pick swap, 2027 first round pick, and a 2029 first round pick.
This is an insane haul for Rudy Gobert. Now I know he's a 3-time defensive player of the year. Regular season, because in playoffs he gets cooked. Put that out there first off. Playoffs he gets cooked. But man, this is crazy haul for them. Like I said, this is a move you make when you think you're right there. This does not move the needle that much. Just to get them to the second round, if you ask me. Timberwolves is the second round exit for me. This doesn't move the needle at all for them. They lost a lot. They lost a lot of defense here. Now I know Rudy Gobert is gonna bump you up on defense, but this leads me to believe that hopefully, if they're smart, they look to add some more 3-and-D players. Maybe I don't know if they plan on trading D'Angelo Russell. His contract is expiring this year. He's on last year of his deal, so there is interest in moving that contract around the league. Probably, teams like teams love expiring contracts, so it'll be an easy way to move him. But I think they have a good chance of re-signing him probably because he's good friends with Cat. So I don't know if they're doing with this trade. This is, like I said, a trade you make when you think you're right there and that player's going to get you over the hump. Rudy Gobert is not that player for them.
And they lose their voice, the voice of the team. Like obviously, I mean, we all joke about Pat Bev, but what he does, he veteran leadership, he provides that toughness.
Their heart.
And now that's gone. I mean, shout out to Ant. Like he's on his way. He's well on his way to be that guy. I think he's about 1 more year out though. 1 more year out, but I'm with you. At best, they advance. Depending on the matchup, they advance 1 more round and then they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, and now, unless they think Ant is going to come in and make like a big jump between second and third year, which is possible. He did show signs last year. He had some very explosive games. And Ant is a player. I think he can, if he locks in on defense, he could be a very good defensive player. Like an all league defender. I ain't saying first team, but he can definitely. I think it's 2 teams all defense. He can definitely make an all defensive team. I think in his career, if he locks in on defense, he has tools. He has the anticipation. He has the length on defense. So yeah, man. Again, this is a lot to give up for Rudy Gobert, man. I like Malik Beasley a lot. He's a great, like I said, 3-and-D player, which is players that are very coveted in today's NBA. Where a lot of floor spacing you need, and you see when it comes to playoffs, games slow down. You need players that can lock up their position. They could also hit threes, space the floor. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, and also this could work. This could work out too, but I'm still like I'm not still not a believer in Cat when it comes to the playoffs. Like
Same.
you still you got to show me like this past season against Memphis, you had one like dominant game, one dominant.
Yeah.
I'm still not a believer. I'm still not a believer in Cat. Like I said, this is clearly. I think we said it during that series. Like you can tell, this clearly is going to be Ant's team if it's not already.
Now, this is one thing I would say about them that is kind of good is they do have an out for this. You know, if this doesn't work out, they're out. If it doesn't work out, it's probably going to be. I want to put no blame on nobody early, but if it don't work out, it's probably right now that they need Cat to be the superstar. Especially to give him that deal. This is now his time. This ain't his team yet. I ain't even say yet. This is his team right now. This is not Ant's team yet. He's not the best player on their team yet. At least as far as it shouldn't be. It should be Cat right now. They just gave him that big ass deal. This is their time. Now that's going to be their out though. If this doesn't work out, they're going to have to bank on him being worth every penny of that contract because they're going to get out of that contract. And they got the trade to get some of the pieces back they just gave up. Some draft picks back and some possible, pieces back to keep Ant happy because Ant's going to be looking at them like, all right, 2 years. If this looks like to be a bad deal in 2 years, he can easily be like, no, I ain't signing that rookie extension. I'm cool. Well, he probably will sign that extension. Everybody does.
Yeah.
So, but this is going to be, that's probably why they made this deal. Like, we got Ant pretty much locked up for at least the next 5 years. He's not going over. He's going to sign a rookie extension. If it doesn't work out, Cat's going to be out of there, and Rudy Gobert's deal is up in 4 years. So if it doesn't work out, we can just scrap this out, start over with Ant as centerpiece, try to trade Cat to get other pieces as far as picks, and hopefully another player back and return it to pair up with Ant. So if it don't work out, they got to out for it. But man, it's a lot to give up for Rudy Gobert.
But their out is what will make them weaker. I mean, because obviously Ant is like. And is like said we said in the playoffs about Tatum and Brown, like he's like that perfect guy where you can take over a game. Like he's on that wing, he can take over a game at any given moment. Their out was like say their out had to be either getting rid of Cat or Rudy Gobert, which will make them weaker, and at the end of the day make Minnesota.
The Gobert trade is going to be over. They're not getting what they gave up to if they have to trade Gobert. If they have to trade Gobert, they're going to get way less because his value is going to be tanked. After this trade, they got the Utah Jazz got absolute maximum value for Rudy Gobert. So shout out to Utah Jazz, man. Danny Ainge, he did the same thing in Boston. He gets maximum value for his players, man. So
and Rudy Gobert's 30.
That's why I was like, bro, this is not a smart. I mean, if you Minnesota, it made them better. So I don't want to say it's not a smart deal. But you gave up a hell of a lot for a 30-year-old player who is, I think, overrated.
Facts.
I think he's overrated. To be real, man. I don't know if you saw. I tweeted this. And I'm gonna see if I can find it. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
And I say he's overrated for his contract. Like
as soon as he got that $200 or whatever deal he got, when he got that Supermax, I was like, immediately he became one of the most overrated players in the league. Immediately, right. and that's what it comes down to most time. It comes down to these contracts these players sign. Like when I say a player is trash, I'm not talking about their skill set. And they're in the NBA, they're obviously not trash. They're in the NBA, they're in the league, so they're obviously not trash. But what I'm saying is, for the contract they have and for the value that they bring to the on court, they're trash. They're trash, and that's what I'm saying when I say a player is trash. I'm trying to find this tweet so I can share my screen again. I don't know how to work Twitter.
We'll get to your question here in a minute, cuz we actually talked about DeJounte Murray on the pod, on the back half of the pod. That trade. So we get to hear in a moment as soon as Rand find that tweet.
So yeah, Ant Edwards. I don't know if he's a huge fan of Rudy Gobert.
You talk about the Kristaps Porzingis thing.
Yeah, when he said, Kristaps Porzingis, here it is. All right, let me get my screen back up here.
He's the best rim protector in the league.
Yeah, he's like when I see Rudy Gobert, I ain't put no fear in my heart. I was like, man, this is perfect. Yeah, so this is how Ant Edwards feels about Can you see my screen? Can you see it still? Is it
Yeah, I
popping up?
got it. I got it.
This is how he feels about Rudy Gobert. He thinks the best. Now, I think this is cap. I think it's totally cap. Maybe he was just talking shit because Kristaps Porzingis is not the best rim protector in the league. It's a straight cap. Straight cap. It's straight cap. That's cap. Now, I don't know if this is cap or not. Anytime I go against Porzingis, I don't get no layups. I don't get why we couldn't finish on Rudy Gobert. He don't put no fear in my heart. I don't know why. Yo. So you paired up this guy. So that's your that's the most. Now that Pat Bev's gone, that's who their team takes their personality after is Ant Edwards, I think. So you teaming that up with your best player, with your team heart, your team spirit. That's crazy, man. But shout out Ant Edwards. I think that's facts too.
Hey, shout out.
Rudy Gobert put fear in nobody's heart.
Yeah, shout out Ant, man. Man, I would say like we said about we said about the Hawks. They'll be a fun regular season team to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. And I think this is gonna make them a great regular season team. In the regular season, Rudy Gobert is awesome. Come to the playoff time, get his ass off the court. He's gonna get exposed. Get him off the court.
Go ahead and real quick. Let's say check out our last episode for full details, but quickly just recap what we talked about.
Yeah. So we talked about this. We talked about this on the pod Wednesday, because man, I think it was a great move for Atlanta, man. But I don't think it's a great overall fit for Atlanta. It's a weird fit. I don't want to say it's not a great fit. It's a weird fit. It can work out because DeJounte is a great point guard. I think he's a better point guard, true point guard than Trey. I think he's a better player overall than Trey, if you're gonna be honest with me. Call how you see it. I think he's a better overall player than Trey. But I think he's definitely a better true point guard than Trey. So I think, moving Trey off the ball is their mindset here. Off the ball, Trey's gonna have to work to get a lot better. He's not Steph Curry at all. Steph Curry is the best off-ball player in basketball history. People sleep on that. People who don't know basketball don't know that stuff. But Steph Curry is the best off-ball player in the league history. So Trey is not that at all. So that's what people getting it wrong, guys. Trey is a great catch and shoot player. So we'll work when Trey's off the ball. But when he's on the ball, what's DeJounte going to be doing? He can't spot up and shoot. So that's where I'm getting the red flags at. And then as far as defense go, I know DeJounte is a great defender, but are you telling me he's going to be guarding the best wings on the other teams every game and then still be able to put up his numbers on offense? It's not going to be the same. So Trey's going to have to get better defense, or they're going to have to bring in somebody else who can guard the best backcourt player on the opposing team most of the game.
Yeah, I talked about it. I talked about about him last night. John Collins is like he'll probably be assigned, like they'll rotate between John Collins and Murray. It might be Murray check him most of the fourth quarter, but for the most of the game it'll be John Collins probably checking the other team's opposing defender. Basically to the biggest point with DeJounte Murray, and I said this because last night, is I'm just interested to see how much better he can be offensively. Because without being in the Spurs system, like I said, he just had his breakout year last year with the Spurs. Was that it, or can he be more now that he has the freedom of playing on ball more and creating for others? We'll see there. I said 4th seed at best for the Hawks. Milwaukee, Philly, Boston, and then you can throw either Miami, Atlanta, Chicago. They'll all fight for that 4, 5, 6 seed in the East. Good trade for now, but it doesn't guarantee. It doesn't bring the Hawks a championship. I said at best it gets second round and you out of there at best. So
yeah, I would think that they're definitely still a ways away from championship for sure.
But for what y'all had to give up for him just to get him, I mean, I guess you could kind of say it's a steal. Because he said he got a steal.
I wouldn't call it a steal. Now compared to what what's his name, Minnesota gave up for Gobert's a steal. But you gotta also look at Gobert's contract and Gobert's tenure in the league. He's been in the league for a long time. He has a lot more built up on his resume than DeJounte Murray had. But the Hawks did give up 3 first-round picks, 2 unprotected. That's a lot. and players. But that's those picks. That's a lot, man. To give up 2 unprotected picks, that's a lot, bro. Yeah, but yeah, definitely compared to Minnesota. Definitely, Minnesota gave up an astronomical amount for Rudy Gobert. It's just way too much for Rudy Gobert. Crazy. Like I said, this is a move you make if you like I said, out fair to you. If you the Lakers and you add Rudy Gobert onto like a stacked offensive team, I can see that. But this move makes no sense for them. This doesn't move the needle that much for them to give up all they gave up to get Rudy Gobert.
I think the Hawks they still need some veteran wings, some guys, some big 3-and-D guys, basically.
Yeah, because y'all just gave up Kevin Huerter today too. You said, cuz?
Yeah.
Y'all traded Kevin Huerter for I forget who I got back, but I was like, listen, I wouldn't have traded him. Don't know about that. Now I think y'all need to get out John Collins' contract. Y'all need to trade him. I like John Collins, but
yeah, they gave us.
I don't know. I would try to get more value for him.
Justin Holiday and Mo Harkless and for future first.
Okay. So it's not a bad trade. I actually like Mo Harkless. They got a little bit more. They got a little bit more veteran, a little bit more experience there. Mo Harkless played for the Clippers back in the years. They went to the conference finals a couple times. Almost a couple times. They only went there once. So I don't want to say a couple times. But when they had a couple playoff runs, let's put it that way. They go playoff runs.
But still, you lose. You still lose 3-point shooting though.
Yeah, I lost 3-point shooting.
Because Mo is 32%, shot 30% last year, and then Justin Holiday, he was at 36. So
that's decent, but that's less league average. But y'all definitely need more defense. Y'all definitely got more defense. Marcus is a great defender. But yeah, I think y'all got to get. I mean, I like John Collins, but I thought he was like Doc said on Wednesday. I thought he was a cornerstone, but they're trying to get rid of him. Not sure they're looking for a back, but because at this point, I don't know what you're looking for to get back for John Collins. You got 2 backcourt guards. You got 2 combo guards. You want to call DeJounte and trade that. You know, they probably start Mo Harkless now. You got Mo Harkless.
Yeah, they got Clint
John Collins and Clint Capella. I think that's a pretty solid lineup for East Conference. Well, East definitely got a lot better too, though. But I don't know what else you plan on getting for John Collins. Like you need a 4-back. Sure, he don't stretch the floor enough. He can't really shoot threes that well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what you plan on getting back for him.
Yeah, not sure there. But as we said earlier, Hawks, y'all will be a fun team to watch. It will be a very fun team to watch. Y'all have a few more nationally televised games this year. And you should be excited about the Hawks because Murray and Young about to be fun.
Yeah, I might have I think in the playoffs I might have a problem in the playoffs. But regular season, y'all might be like have a good season to be like number 2 seed type shit. Y'all might get lucky, you know, and have a team face injuries. Y'all creep up there in the top 3, 2 or 3. But yeah, top 4 is probably gonna be a top 4 or 5 seed. It's kind of like you were saying too.
As I said, a lot of free agency going on, man. We can sit here and don't hear all night with it, but we'll say some for Wednesday when it kind of settles down because still a lot going on right now. Dante DiVincenzo just signed a 2-year with Golden State.
Ooh, that's a good pickup for him. They lost GP too, but that's a nice pickup.
That should add a little bit more shooting.
A very good pickup for them, man. Very good pickup for them. What are the Lakers doing? Of course, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, we lost Malik Monk to the Kings. What'd that tell you?
2 years, $20 million. Shout out Malik Monk. Got paid, man. I think that's what Rob Pelinka is going to use in future interviews with these guys who are projects more so. Like, hey, look, come here. You're going to get some good minutes. You're going to get to come in. I'm going to put you in a position to actually succeed. Look great. Get you paid. Come in now for vet man. Come out $10 million a year. Shout out Malik Monk. Same thing happened to Caruso when he came in. We kind of developed him, but you know.
Yeah, shit, we ain't did nothing. I mean, Juan Toscano Anderson.
I mean, that was a nice pickup, but he's not gonna play that much. Especially in the playoffs now. Like you noticed when it got to the finals, he was not playing for Golden State. That's all we do, man. We get players that teams don't want anymore. Teams don't play in crunch time. We get those players start playing them.
Right, like Damian Jones.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Like, come on.
We signed back Stanley Johnson. Like I like Stanley Johnson. He's a good player, but he was in the rotation wherever else he was. He comes to our team, he's starting lineup. Like, come on, bro.
I don't know what we do. I like Lonnie Walker as a pickup, but
I do. That's the best pickup we had. Lonnie Walker is a
Yeah.
great pickup. Now I will say this though, we definitely did get more athletic on the wings,
Barry. Yep.
which was needed for our overall team, especially our defense. We got more athletic in the wings, but still, our team, our season is going to depend on Anthony fucking Davis, bro, which is not a good feeling if you're a Laker fan. You can't trust this nigga. Can't fucking trust him.
Yeah. It's about to be another play-in. No, I wouldn't say play-in. I said we'll get hopefully, as long as everybody stay healthy. As long as everybody stay healthy, man, we should be 6 or 5.
I don't know, man. Darvingham, I heard to a report that the team we playing our first summer league game, I think tomorrow. I think he stayed back in LA with Rob Pelinka. He's in the war room, so they're giving him a little bit more, say so, and players we get, and shit like that. So that's good to hear. I just until we figure out what we're gonna do, we probably gonna have to keep Russell until we figure out until we figure out what's going on with KD. We really don't know what's going on with the landscape of the NBA, honestly. Like,
that's a big.
we didn't talk about Brogdon too. Malcolm Brogdon. Shout out to the Celtics. Shout out to the I don't want to shout out to them because we Laker fans, but shout out to the Celtics, man. They made some good moves, or a good move at least. Get Malcolm Brogdon for, I think, that's the best deal so far of any trade I've seen. They got him for basically nothing. Daniel Theis, Tice, however you say his last name. Who else they trade for him?
Let me see. Malcolm Brogdon. They got 6-player. They have a 6-player deal.
Nesmith and a first round pick. So it was Daniel Tice. I'm forgetting Nesmith's first name. Aaron Nesmith and a first round pick for Malcolm Brogdon.
Nick Stauskas, Malik Fitz, and Jawan Morgan.
Okay, with players.
Yeah, players. And then a 2023 first round pick for Malcolm Brogdon.
But those players don't play, so it don't
exactly right.
So basically, those two players are in the rotation sometimes in that pick, which is a great deal for Malcolm Brogdon. I think I've been saying it since I don't know how long now, but they need a true point guard. I don't think he's a true point guard, but he's a better point guard than Marcus Smart ever be. So I think this is going to be good for them.
Yeah, quickly, what you think about Marcus Smart calling you out?
What did he say?
He was on the podcast. Basically responding to everybody who said they need a true point guard. Summarize, he said they've had all-star point guards before, and they got them nowhere.
Kemba Walker
led them to the NBA Finals.
Kemba Walker and Kyrie Irving. First off, Kemba was hurt, and Kyrie, come on, he's a fucking head case. But all right. Shout out Marcus Smart, man. If you know Hoop, you saw that shit. And their front office, shout out Brad Stevens, he saw it too. He went out and got a better point guard. He went out and upgraded. So he need to tell us Brad Stevens because he upgraded. I mean, like I said on Twitter, I don't know if you want to put him in as 2 now, 6 man, whatever you want to do. They definitely upgraded a point guard. He's going to be a starting point guard of the Boston Celtics. Malcolm Brogdon will be. He'll be the one handling the ball most of the time. If you want to still start Smart and still put him at the point guard position, he won't be handling the rock. He won't be getting the offense set up.
Or at least Brogdon will be in late game situations.
Yeah. Because Marcus Smart is a terrible fucking point guard. And he proved it. Terrible shot selection. Just watch Game 7, the last 2 minutes of Game 7. That will tell you everything you know about Marcus Smart's point guard abilities.
What series? What series you talking about?
Miami, Game 7.
Okay, man. Oh yeah, because Golden State was 6. Yeah.
Watch Miami, Game 7. Marcus Smart made the worst decisions you could ever make at the end of the game. Almost cost him the game.
Shit, why Golden State Game 5? NBA Finals Game 5.
It's multiple games like this. He did this. It's multiple games he did this. So you can watch almost any game in the playoffs. He made some bad decisions.
Very questionable decisions. That's a fact. But yeah, man, it's gonna wrap up Sports and Spirits Fridays. Like so much more we could talk to. NBA free agency is going wild right now.
We can go all day, all night for real.
We didn't even mention that that fucking USC and UCLA has moved to the Big Ten, which makes no fucking sense geographically.
Makes no sense. But hey, it's all about the money. So they can't deny that shit now. It's definitely all about money. Definitely.
We'll dive into that on a lot more on Wednesday, man. Because I have a lot of shit to say about that.
Man, oh man.
But for my good brother Flyman Rand, for good brother Josh Doc Evans, who couldn't tap in with us today, but he will be on the pod this Wednesday coming up. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, but if KD gets traded somewhere, we may be on before then.
Yeah, some more crazy stuff happening in the NBA, man. We gonna be back on here, man. So I'll tap back in for sure. But hey, until then, man, it's been real. Be safe out there. I'll pull up.
Happy holidays, happy 4th of July.
Yeah, I'll be safe for sure for the holiday weekend. Make sure y'all drink responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Police gonna be out there. Fuck 12, not John Morant. Other 12.
Don't drink and
but
drive.
Ja has been lame. Let's talk about that for real quick. Ja has been on some lame shit. He be on some lame shit. I know Doc said on the pod. I think he said on the pod. Ja has been on some lame ass shit, man. Somebody take his nigga phone. Get off Twitter, Ja.
Man, that money bag chain must have got it to his head, boy.
Off of Twitter, please, bro. You be on some lame shit. Get off the internet, bro.
Live your life. Go on vacation, bro. Do something. Get off Twitter.
He was on vacation. He can't stop the internet though. He be on vacation on the internet still, on IG Live still, sounding lame. Like you're not a hood dude, bro. Just be you. It's okay. You still wear grills. You still wear chains. You can still listen to rap music. Just be you, bro. That's not you. We all know it.
And that goes there. Anybody in life, just be you.
Be you.
Don't try to be what you ain't, who you ain't.
Be you, bro.
Hey, and on that note, this has been Sports and Spirits Fridays. Make sure I get follow everything down to the wire 513. And until next time we see y'all, man, from my brother Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, D Terran Bland. Catch y'all when we see you. We out.